Sometime later, apparently, Belenus tore the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. Oh no, he rides! Together we ride?
King is bold or desperate.
Will you engage him personally, Your Highness?
Of course.
Grigor's breath fill your wings.
It's Muhammad! The prince is with us! Reform the cohorts. At once.
Your Highness.
Saboteurs.
Their attacks are frequent and widespread, even in the holy capital.
The capital. What of my father? Is he?
Radiance is safe. But he has ordered the city guard strengthened. We can expect no reinforcements.
That is of no matter. The Emperor's safety is paramount. I shall deal with our enemies here. All of them. It was me. I killed Joshua.
Ah, you're awake. You're just full of surprises. First that trick with Garuda, then whatever the hell that other thing was. Didn't know you had it in you.
Do it.
Eh?
Kill me.
It was me. I killed him. I killed Joshua. I killed them all. I'm a monster. And I deserve to die. So end it. End it now. Please. Please. Ah! I reckon I can take you, if that's what you want. But first, I thought I'd give you the benefit of my timeless wisdom. It seems to me, you see, that since you're still breathing, you might as well make yourself useful. Get dressed. Pretty as you are, you're not my type. I'll see you in the hall.
What are you going to do now?
So, why exactly was he chained up? Was it because they were worried that he would subconsciously become Ifrit again or something like that? Quest log. There are certain times during the game that side quests will become temporarily unavailable until progress is made through the main scenario. At such times, quest givers will be indicated with that. Okay, so just like progress through the main story and then you can do them again.
I'll hear what he has to say.
Making me throw you back
Okay.
in there now, eh?
Well, I can't talk to him to get further context. Like I thought I might be able to for a second. I'm sure I'll get further context in a hot second here. Hi, how's it going?
Finally crawled out of the crypt, eh?
One of these cutscenes. I'll just
You
leave
look
my
like
camera on for these kinds of ones, I think.
Although I thank you for doing us the courtesy of covering up.
Don't.
Ah, still have a bit of fight left in you? Then listen. I've arranged a meeting with Gav. In case you've forgotten, you're the one he's been putting his nose to work for.
For nothing.
Just listen. While you've been relaxing in your cell, Gav's been busy sniffing out your dominance. And according to his last report, he's picked up a scent. Gav's gone to a fair bit of trouble for you. The least you can do is hear the poor bugger out. He's going to meet us at the King's Fall.
So,
Pack your stuff. We'll leave as soon as you're ready.
I don't quite get how that works then. So I thought dominants were those that can just, like, that were chosen by the special mystical dudos and can transform into them and use their powers and stuff like that. But if he's got a trail of my dominant, which I am, like, I is just a little bit confused. Remind me about the things I can do here. Didn't know it would actually work? What? What's the wizened man?
Yours is not a familiar face.
Oh.
Are you new to the
Kuzma redeemed on-screen celebration with a 40 bits.
Well then.
I just
allow me to
realized.
welcome you. I am Hippocrates the
I don't know if this will go over to the YouTube side of things. Because it doesn't affect OBS. Like, that's just an overlay that's put onto the Twitch stream. Maybe this time I'll actually remember to check the stream afterwards and see if that happens.
On account of the
Quite remember to
and what varied company.
check this part of the stream,
I'm a
because it's
collector,
right
you
towards
see.
the end.
Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering...
Now, Kuzma redeemed time yourself out for 10 minutes, okie doke. Enjoy the 10-minute timeout. I'm not going to be going much longer. It's 9:49 p.m. I do have to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Perhaps you
And I need to prepare a pot really quickly tonight or tomorrow morning to transplant my strawberry plant at work into. Because it's currently in like a pretty small 3D printed pot. It's in a pot about... not quite that size. I think a size up here. It's in a 3D printed pot about yay big. This size, I'm fairly certain it's in. It's a strawberry plant that I grew from seed. And it's a pretty big bushy plant now. So, I mean, you leave it for a weekend, and it's going to be dried up out of water, because it takes up, like, the whole space there. So, I need to get a new pot prepared, because tomorrow's the last day that I'm going into work for the week. So I need to give it a much bigger pot, and then I can give it a whole bunch of water and stuff. So I do still have to do that yet tonight or tomorrow morning. The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valisian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past action time lore entries can also be viewed here.
I believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Okay. Ravenous reader.
Rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
As a revelation, new entries, Valisian calendar, the dating system used throughout the Twins, which marks the years of the realm that have passed since the signing of the Continental Accord some 800 years ago. In the centuries since, nations have risen and fallen, and the concord between them has faltered, but the calendar persists. So these are all just like the thingamabobs that I could have gotten along the way, because I think it said like during cutscenes I could pause at any time and see like additional entries, but I'm pretty sure that's with the same button that's like the map button, so I've never tried doing it during gameplay. Here, the Battle of Belenus Tor was a conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sanbreque and the Kingdom of Walud in the year 873. Having lost vital territory to the Sabrequa forces 8 years earlier in the Battle of the Twin Realms, the Waluders launched an assault on the eponymous peak, looking to regain a foothold in the Imperial lands on the opposite side of the Strait of Otha. Both sides fielded their icons, and in the ensuing showdown between Odin and Bahamut, or whatever it is, an entire Sabrequa legion was lost, and the Waluders regained their outpost on Storm. Okay. So you can see like all the related topics. Belenus Tor, named for the highest of its peaks. Sabrequa. Belenus Tor is a region of rolling grassy hills slightly inland, where the Strait of Otha meets the Sea of Grace. In the year 873, it was the site of a decisive battle, and the Kingdom of Walud's failed bid to regain us. Aegis? Dating back to antiquity, the term Egi has historically been used to describe those ethereal entities that can be conjured by dominance. Egis are capable of casting potent magics corresponding to the elemental alignment of their creators. Though unquestionably formidable, they will fade immediately should the dominant who gave them being happen to be slain. So these were the two that I faced earlier. An ethereal conjuration summoned forth by Benedicta Harmon when Clive encountered the dominant wind, yada yada. Yeah. That was the other one there. And then there's actual Garuda, the Warden of the Wind, who Benedicta transformed into during her ill-fated flight from the Empire. It takes the form of a fearful harpy, summoning storms and tearing into the flesh of its prey with hawk-like talons. Its dominant is most often born among the descendants of the Motes of Wind, an ancient tribe that once dwelled in the lands spanning the Strait of Otha, but is now the Crystalline Dominion. Oh. Hidden truths. So this is what this guy is revealing? Such is the icon's frenzy for destruction that even allies of the dominant of the day are wont to begin fleeing the battlefield when dark clouds gather overhead. The dominant is most often born among that. Yeah, okay. Interesting, there's no hidden truths here. I don't know exactly how this works. I'm going through a lot of things here.
To study the tomes?
Huh. Mysteries of the Realm? Crystal rations. For shield. All sorts of stuff that you can look into. Magic. The art of channeling ether to make one's imagination manifest. This can take the aspect of one of the 8 elements. Fire, water, wind, earth, ice, thunder, light, and dark. Or, more rarely, be unaspected. While bears and dominants can cast spells at will, others require a crystal to do so. Magic is a part of everyday life for the people of Althea, making it all but unlivable when they are deprived of its gift. Well, except for here, apparently. Is there anything else I want to know about? Mother crystals? Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Althea. They are the source of all the crystals that the people of the Twins rely on in their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with ether, making the magics the crystals cast even more potent. For these reasons, great nations have sprung up around each mother crystal and have long warred with each other for possession of their blessings. It's just Twitch of stories now? Wait, what? I'm trying to rack my memory for if this sounds faintly familiar or not, because maybe I briefly saw like a mention on it on opening the app once, but I don't quite recall. This is when and why, because it's the hip trending thing with the kids nowadays. Dominant of Fire. A mysterious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, immediately before the appearance of the second Icon of Fire, the very icon that slew the heir to the ducal throne. Clive believes this man to be the Dominant who murdered his brother, and has sworn to take his revenge. A man named Margrace. A mysterious man that many believe to be a Dominant of Fire. He is rarely seen without his heavy robe, nor his loyal attendant. The two journey together far and wide across the realm to an unknown end. The Hooded Man. A mysterious man that many believe to be a Dominant of Fire. Clive first saw him at the Phoenix Gate on the night of the Imperial invasion, and for years believed him to be the Dominant of the icon that killed his brother. But to Clive's eternal chagrin, he is proved otherwise. People stopped caring about that feature years ago? Did they? I've never interacted with, like, a story of any kind on any social media. Like, I've never really used Instagram. I've used, if that's a thing on that platform. I've never used WhatsApp. Not WhatsApp. I have used WhatsApp. Snapchat. That's the thing I'm thinking of. I never have any interest on that, if that's a thing on that platform. TikTok. I've never used that, if that's a feature there. I haven't used most major social medias. But yeah, I guess they just figure that it's a trendy kind of thing that people like, or something. I don't know. Second Icon of Fire. A fire-aspected icon that first emerged in the Year of the Realm 860, when Imperial forces attacked the Rosarian stronghold of Phoenix Gate. Clad in infernal flame, the fiendish creature flung itself against the Phoenix, overpowering the icon with a strength and ferocity never seen before, or since. A fire-aspected icon that first emerged in the Year of the Realm 860, when Imperial forces attacked the Rosarian stronghold of Phoenix Gate. Clad in infernal flame, the fiendish creature flung itself against the Phoenix, overpowering the icon with a strength and ferocity never seen before. Its reappearance was to usher in a second shocking revelation. That its dominant was none other than Clive Rossfield. Related topics. Okay. So 860 was the prequel kind of stuff. And then this was 873. So yeah, 13 years later. For whatever reason, I thought it was 773, and I was like, wait, what? Did that happen like before? No. That is indeed happening now. Persons of interest? The bird. Sad. Yeah, clicked it once, said this is stupid, and that's it. Fair. There's a whole bunch of people here. I assume the important ones are towards the front there. Well, the Hood Man is all the way back here, the second last one, it looks like. Commander of the Kingdom of Waloed's elite intelligencers and dominant of Garuda. After Clive took her power at Caer Norvent and the keep was set to fire, she and her comrades were forced into making a hurried retreat only to be set upon by bandits. What was left of Benedicta's power ran amok, summoning forth the raging whirlwind within, which she was at last to lose her life at the hands of Clive Rossfield and his icon Ifrit. Anyone else I want to know more about? Leader of the Hideaway and dominant of Ramu, Warden of Thunder. Born in a land beyond the Twins, Sid journeyed to Valencia as sword for hire. It was here that he entered the service of Waloed, awakened as a dominant, and was finally elevated to Lord Commander of the Royal Army. However, he was soon to abandon his post and Benedicta, that he might instead create a world where bearers and dominants can die on their own terms. Also, if there's only supposed to be like one dominant for every element, I thought I heard, or one icon for each element or something like that. That's why everyone was so surprised that there was a second Icon of Fire. Like, what? How can that be? That shouldn't be possible. Then wouldn't Odin be one of Thunder as well? If we saw Odin out there earlier? I don't know what he was called, but Guzma referred to him as Odin, so I assume that was the case. There's two of that. Like, how does that work? I'm confused. The Warden of Thunder, whose power most lately awakened within Sidolphus Telamon. The icon is known the realm over as a symbol of judgment, no doubt inspired by its sage Mian and the scepter with which it summons its 11 bolts. Folklore has it that not only are dominants of Ramu blessed with the command of lightning, they are also granted a deeper understanding of the true nature of the world. Odin is darkness, the guy on the horse. Oh, okay, I gotcha. But yeah, let's see here. Only use Twitter, and I don't know how much longer. Well, it's becoming quite musky and quite bigoted. Yeah, like, it's supposed to be a platform all about free speech, quote unquote, but just browsing around as someone that mainly browses memes when I randomly have political stuff put my way, it's definitely a lot more right-wing on that platform, like, significantly so. I've definitely noticed. Free speech for neo-Nazis. Porgal. Clive's faithful friend, brought back from one of Archduke Elwin's expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, having presumably been separated from his pack. Elwin gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return, and the two became nigh inseparable. Aw. Yeah, I hope to adopt a doggy at some point in the future here. Yeah, Hugo, Barnabas, and Dion are very important. I can have a look at them. Yeah. You will just be banned. Well, sucks to suck there. Okay, so those people there. Clive's faithful friend brought back by Archduke Elwin from one of his expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, and presumably been separated from his pack. Elwin gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return, and the two became nigh inseparable until the tragic events at Phoenix Gate tore them apart. Clive's faithful friend now fully grown. After the tragic events at Phoenix Gate, Clive believed that Torgal was lost to him forever. However, their paths were to cross again some 13 years later when Torgal's new master Sid came to Clive's rescue in the depths of the Nisa Defile. Despite their long years apart, the two knew each other as if not a single day had passed since their separation. Clive's faithful friend, the two were separated on the night of the tragedy at Phoenix Gate, yet reunited 13 years later in the depths of the Nisa Defile. In the intervening years, Torgal not only grew into a fine hound, but met with Sid, who trained him to work as a hunting dog. After meeting with Clive again, Torgal gladly returns to the service of his former master. But yeah, you can dox, but only if you're right wing, and it's against left wingers. Oh, Elon. Alright, let's see here. Hugo. Kupta's awakening as the dominant of the Icon Titan thrust him into the forefront of Dalmekian politics, winning him influence over both the Republic's armies and its policy making, as well as a personal fortune. He has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone. His love for Benedicta Harman, however, is absolute, and he would gladly betray his every ally just to be with her. Well, there's bad news to break to him. Did you say this is word on Twitter? What's like there? Hold on. Hugo, Barnabas, and Dion. You thought it was someone else, but it was me! Dion! Dion Lesage, leader of the Dragoons, the most elite warriors of the Holy Empire of Senbrook, who are the first to leap into the fray when the Empire finds herself under threat. Often literally. Dion is also the dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light. Okay. And the last important one was Barnabas. So this guy here. The aloof and unshakable Barnabas Themir, first of his name. Few can be steely gaze without flinching during first encounter. And then at the Battle of Belnas Tor, King of Walud and dominant of Odin, the Warden of Darkness. At the Battle of Belnas Tor, he not only took personal command of the royal army, but rode into the fray himself, galloping through the air atop his six-legged steed and goading Bahamut into a duel that shook the skies. Okay, so he's the dude of that. I gotcha. Interesting.
You're always welcome, Clive.
Thanks, man. Actually called me by name. But yeah. Yeah. So I gotcha there. Gotcha. I'll really quickly have a look here and then wrapping up the night, I think.
Got the curl dragged in.
I don't know.
Taking an interest, are you?
Oh, it's not voice acted. Scratch Sid's back, he scratches mine. Use me old trading connections to bring in whatever I'm in his little band need and then pay what I ask.
Sweeten the deal.
He's given me a home here, far from the prying eyes of those who'd wish me ill, and there's no shortage of them, believe you me. Alright, so I've done that.
Go on, then.
Okay, we're starting to get into the territory where it's getting more significant. How much funds do I have? I'm at 12k. So it'll probably be realistic to pick up a new sword now, but like, I can hold off a little longer. Don't worry about it. 1450. Rock's Gambit. Is that a thing that I have on right now? A Garuda ability? That's 11k. I have to go broke for it. I don't really want to go broke for it. But yeah. Yeah, same here. And anytime I go on the platform, it's immediately given to me. Alright, let's go ahead and save. How about? And wrap up the night. Wait. Oh! Maybe not. I have stuff that I can look at here. It's been a while since I've looked at the menu here. I have a bunch of ability points. Okay, so yeah, the Deadly Embrace sent a grappling claw out to grab smaller enemies and pull them towards Clive. Grappling heavier enemies will launch Clive into the air. But yeah, I'd say it's pretty fun. I'm pretty intrigued with what's going on here. It's super cinematic. One of those very movie-like games. Some twin claws that relentlessly tear at a target can be used in midair. That goes on for a while there, doesn't it? Wicked Wheel perform a rising attack, striking all enemies within range and lifting smaller ones from the ground can be used in midair. I can always do some research between sessions about, like, what are the best ones I should really be investing my points into. Rook's Gambit. Okay, that's what I saw before. Except I think I read it as Rock's Gambit in the shop there. Jump back, then deliver a punishing counter. If the jump evades an attack, counter potency is increased, can be used in midair. Interesting. I'd say both here, and the music. Music's pretty good too. Aerial Blast, summon a magic nullifying tornado that slowly hunts down nearby enemies and upon ensnaring them inflicts multiple hits. Okay, I still don't have enough to afford the super powerful things yet. And I haven't channeled Ifrit here yet. It's still just the Phoenix and Garuda. 3 icon skills at a time. Okay. And I assume I'll be getting, like, a whole bunch throughout the game. Is the case. I thought you can only equip 2 at a time for each, if that's what you mean. Like, each one, I can only have, like, 2 equipped at once. Because I have, like, the 2 slots. Right? Yeah, that's... Wait, unless you say, like, 3 is in, like, 1, 2 that I assign like that. And, okay, and then the triangle ones are, like... No, there isn't a different triangle. Not triangle one. A diamond one. Doesn't seem to be a different diamond one I can get. So, like, 4 options, and I can only put on 2 things, I believe. But then, like, 3 here, because there's space for a 3rd, if that's what you mean. I would assume here. Want Guzman's input on that as well? No, it's good gameplay. I haven't heard much about the story. Very intrigued about it. I mean, 1 diamond and 2 circles. Okay. No, it doesn't really seem like I have much choice with the diamond. Yeah, I can just make that more powerful. No reason not to, right? Alright, I can probably start adding things here. Maybe I should do that at the beginning of next stream so I can go into it being like, hey, here's the new things that I unlocked, rather than, like, forgetting before next time. Press X in that while I'm there to slice down. There have been times I've wanted to slice down, get back down to the ground if my enemy's on the ground. But I'm not going to remember what these inputs are unless I just learn it at the beginning of next stream rather than right now. I think that's what I'll do. So, the mastery extends trigger window. Okay, so it just get easier to do. So this I should definitely get, right? Yeah, I'm thinking so. Magic burst, magic, aerial attack, melee attack, dodge, jump. Yeah, and the charge magic. This one is just... Whoops. Whoops. Lock. What? Details. Mastery reduces charge time. Yeah, I can take that. I use it from time to time. Sure, I'll grab that. And then these ones. R2 and that big weird button in the center. Yeah, I do this from time to time as well. I was wondering what that other one was. I would have thought it'd be symmetrical with the charge magic, but it's not for some reason. Reduces time required to imbue the blade with fire. Yeah, so I'll take those. The basic things to just make, like, my current stuff better. And maybe I'll unlock some of these mechanics at the beginning of next stream. So I actually remember to use them. So I don't unlock them and then forget they ever exist. But yeah. Yeah, and then try it out in training. Or just, if I have time randomly on my own time, I can always hop in, unlock these, and then go use it in training mode. Get used to it. Get my head through it. Or just have it be on stream. Either or. Alright, let's go ahead and save now. Yeah. Overwrite save data. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna collect these, like, gym badges in a Pokemon game, it looks like. Like the sprites. Purchase from the PlayStation Store. I've never purchased anything from the PlayStation Store. I'm just curious how expensive these things is. Not as much as I thought it would be. I'm gonna be honest. 33 bucks Canadian. I assume that's Canadian, not USD, because this is a US PS3, right? Like, it's surely connected to my Wi-Fi and knows that it's that. What? It doesn't, like, expand the thing here and let you scroll down? Like on the Nintendo eShop? It just pulls it up here and blocks stuff and puts in, like, a tiny window in the center. That's a little bit unsatisfying. Because of the Fall and the Rising Tide is apparently the name of the DLCs here. As the sun sets over the... Yeah, let's not accidentally spoil myself about stuff there. Have a look at what the rising tide looks like. Ooh, look at that. So cool. Whoa, look at that guy. I can't change images while I have them like full. That's a little bit sucky. Whoa, look at E3 standing up to a big sea dragon guy. Crazy, right? Extra episode. All right. Yeah, I'm good here. So the DLC is extra story, but it's within the main game. So it's not a separate story like Xenoblade that's outside the main game. Oh? Yeah, I have to bed now. Yeah, I'm gonna head out here as well in a hot second. Wait. So would it be worth playing the DLC like towards the end of the playthrough, but not after beating the game? Like play it just before beating the game, but towards the end? Maybe I can look it up and see what's potentially optimal on that front. Maybe. Version 1.34. I think Rising Tide is only unlocked after beating the game. Okay. But like the other one is during the game. I'll do a little bit of research into it. Also, since you were timed out, I'm not going to forget this time. Let's just immediately mod Guzma, your boy. This is what I will do. Not leave that undone for a decent while like I sometimes forget to do. Yeah, I'll do some research and see what's going on with that. But yeah, I'm continuing to have fun with this game. That was a fun little short session here. Was fun here. Appreciate everybody that tuned into another stream of Final Fantasy 16. Next time, we'll see what the trail towards our dominant is like, or what the heck is going on with that. Something weird, it sounds like. This theme here is Land of the Icons. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed. Will do. I'll get this strawberry plant transplanted into a bigger pot, so I'm gonna go find a bigger pot and maybe put a bunch of dirt in it. Or maybe find a bigger pot and then tomorrow morning put a bunch of dirt into it or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure something out. See you later, nerds.